Hey, what up, guys? Coming to you this morning. Nice Monday morning. Happy-go-lucky this week coming into it. Um, Gonna get into my next top 10. First quarter top 10s. We're gonna look at the 130-pound super featherweight division. We'll start with the guys that are out of the top 10 from the beginning of the year. Start with Jason Sosa. He was previously number 9. He pretty much just dropped out because other two new guys moved in. He just got, hasn't done enough, and I haven't heard anything on what he's doing going forward. Next up, Yuriorkis Gamboa. He was tied for 10th, former featherweight champion. What I hear, because he's with the PBC now, that he is going to probably face Jesus Cuellar, former world champ, guy that Gervonta Davis knocked out last year. He's probably going to fight him next. They haven't confirmed a date. And then I think they're talking about him possibly being in line for a title shot later in the year. Excuse me. I wouldn't be surprised if he got the winner of Robert Easter and Renzi's Barthelemy for the vacant lightweight title that's coming up here at the end of April. So, yeah, that would be because he's still got a name even at his age. Next up is former world title challenger Robinson Castellanos. He was previously tied for 10, just nothing going on with him. Haven't heard anything. And again, he's just one of the guys where two more qualified guys moved into the top 10, so he dropped out. And then the last one that was also tied for 10th is Rene Alvarado, who's currently the WBA's mandatory number 1 contender. He's still the number 1 contender. I still believe he'll get a title shot this year, but it got delayed a little bit with when Andrew Cancio knocked out Alberto Machado. Alvarado was supposed to be next. Now Machado looks like he's exercising his rematch clause, so he's probably going to have to wait a little longer. Is Alvarado, but he still should get a title shot later this year. So let's break into the top 10 now. We start with number 10 is top contender Shavkat Rakhimov. He's currently, his highest ranking is currently 4th in the WBC. He previously was ranked 6th. I dropped him because of, the guy that he beat dropped out of the top 10, his big win last year. And really, that's all he's done outside of beating, like, a faded former champ sometime last year. He's not a bad fighter, and I think he's a legitimate Russian badass, but he's got to get more under his belt. He fought some nobody in March, got a 4th-round TKO. So we'll see. Hopefully we hear something about a possible eliminator with him, but I haven't heard anything yet. Next up at number 9 is the WBO champion Masayuki Ito. He hasn't fought yet, but he has his next fight scheduled for May 25th on ESPN. He'll take on little-known Jamal Herring, American. I think Ito's going to beat this guy, probably knock him out, possibly a decision, and that's still going to push forward for what I'm hoping is the unification bout with maybe Miguel Berchelt later in the year, since they both are, tied to top rank in ESPN. So we'll see. Next at number 8 is IBF champion Tevin Farmer. He stayed busy again on St. Patrick's Day weekend, took on some undefeated but unknown guy named John O'Carroll, dominated him over 12 rounds, retained his world title. I heard Eddie Hearn is preparing to offer Gervonta Davis $5 million or a very big payday to come over to DAZN and attempt to unify belts against Farmer, but not sure what's going to go on with this. I do like Farmer. I do think he has other options, but, like Scott Quigg and stuff like that. So hopefully we hear something, but I really would love him and Davis to lock horns. So we'll see what goes down, but at the very least, I want Farmer to take on hopefully a top 10 guy next, because he really should. Okay, next at number 7, he drops 3 spots from number 4, is the former WBA champion Alberto Machado. Machado came in against unknown Andrew Cancio and knocked him down early in the fight, and then in the 3rd round, he got hit with a shot that looked like just zapped everything in his body. And in the 4th round, Cancio put him down 3 times and stopped him and captured the WBA title, handing Machado his first loss. Tough loss for Machado. He's had weight issues before, and he said the weight really affected him. And now, but there was talks about him possibly moving up to lightweight, but he has exercised his rematch clause, and it looks like this fight is going to go forward. Not sure if it happens in the next 3 months. I think the earliest would probably be June, but we should at least know when this fight is going to happen again. I think June or July, and hopefully it does happen in June by the next time I do my top 10s. We'll see how he does fighting against that weight again, because this is a guy that's flirted with moving up to lightweight the last couple of years. So, we'll see if he decides to finally move up. I just think he wants to shake off that loss before he moves up in weight, which makes sense. Next at number 6 is former world title challenger Miguel Roman. He returned on an ESPN card on March 23rd. Got a unanimous decision win over some nobody. Just staying busy following that loss to Burchell back in November. Good move by Roman right here as he, stays in line, tries to get into another world title shot. Hopefully we hear something soon about, when he's going to be back in the ring again. Next at number 5 is Andrew Cancio, the newly crowned WBA regular champion. He broke into the top 10 when he scored that 4th round knockout over Alberto Machado, a big upset right here. And, it was one of the upsets of the year so far. It was a big time win. I'm really looking forward to seeing the rematch to see if he's legit or if Machado, it was just the weight. But Cancio's tough, and he's got nothing to lose. And, I really think, I really hope the rematch happens and he proves himself, whether that be in, in defeat or in victory. So we'll see what happens. Next at number 4, former world title challenger Joseph Diaz Jr. In February, he made his official debut at 130 pounds on a DAZN card. Took on little known but veteran Charles Huerta. Got a 10-round unanimous decision. There's talks right now that he could fight Scott Quigg on the Canelo Jacobs undercard, which would be a big fight. I really would like to see that. That'd be Golden Boy going against Golden Boy fighter against. See what happens. Hopefully we get that fight. I think it would be a good one. It'd be good for Diaz, at 130 to face a legit name, former champ like Quigg, as he tries to make a splash in this division. And he's very talented, so I really hope it happens. Next at number 3 is Francisco Vargas, former champ, number 3. He had the fight with Burchell. It was supposed to happen at the end of March, but Burchell got injured in training. So it's already been rescheduled for May 11th. It's got a main event, an ESPN card, and it's going to be a really good ESPN card on May 11th too. So check it out. His only defeat and reclaim his world title. Personally, I think he's going to get his ass whipped in this one. I think he gets knocked out by Burchell, but he has an opportunity to stake his claim and prove himself. And he's getting up there. I think he's 34 right now, so he needs to go after this fight and throw every caution to the wind, and we'll see what happens. Again, I personally think he's going to get knocked out, but that's May 11th on ESPN. Next at number 2 is undefeated WBA super champion Gervonta Davis. Davis returned in February. He's supposed to fight Abner Mares. Mares pulled out of that fight with a detached retina, so he couldn't do it. He ended up fighting former 122-pound champ Hugo Ruiz, and he destroyed Ruiz, knocked him out in only 1 round. He's talking about fighting 3 times this year. I really hope that happens. Not sure if the Mares fight is going to happen again because they've cleared Mares to fight, now to get back to training. Not sure if Leo Santa Cruz is going to move up or Gary Russell Jr. to 130, but Eddie Hearn is reportedly going to offer him a big-time deal. I've heard possibly around $5 million to move to unify titles against Tevin Farmer, which would be big. So hopefully that goes down. I really do like Gervonta Davis and his talent. I just really hope Mayweather Promotions and Al Heyman and the PBC keep him busy. So we'll see. And then still number 1 is the reigning WBC champ Miguel Burchell. Again, he had the injury that cost him the rematch with Vargas in March, but it's been rescheduled. These 2 guys lock horns May 11th on ESPN. Big time fight. Burchell is in firm control of this division, and even though Davis is the bigger name, Burchell has done more, a lot more. He's badass. I like this guy. I think he's going to knock out Vargas even faster in the rematch than he did the first time out, and he dominated Vargas the first time. I think Vargas is a little too old, and he's been very inactive since that loss to Burchell a couple of years ago. So Burchell going to prove why he's the best in the division, retain his world title, and move forward. Hopefully unification bout later this year or even moving up to 135 to challenge Vasily Lomachenko. So we'll see. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I will be back tomorrow. I might even do the TV schedule later today for the month of April, but I'm definitely going to keep the top 10s rolling. I think tomorrow I'm going to hit the 140-pound division, junior welterweight, and that's it. So hope you enjoyed this again. Have a safe week. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.